YouTube, good morning. We're back. It is MLB show, man. It's an MLB show. I feel like we're back where we need to be right now. Obviously, took an L on Devon Achan last night for Past the Prop. Obviously, we'll recap that stuff tomorrow. Want to get prayers up for Tyreek. Obviously, hope he's going to be okay with that injury there. But today's all baseball. We have a phenomenal day. For just typing up some stuff for Twitter, get some of you guys in here. Plays and breakdowns. Alrighty. So this is awesome. I absolutely love these days. These are the fun days. I'm hoping we have a bunch of 3-game sets here, and I get to watch these full week-long stuff, right, where we get games the entire day. I'll kind of go through each one and maybe have one prop or one play. I don't know. I really haven't thought a ton about how we're going to do this, but hopefully we'll get a lot of questions in here and we'll be able to make something happen. So if you could hit that like button, we appreciate it over on the channel. And yeah, I can get my way into it. I'll quick recap the last play of the year, which was Jansen Junk. He ended up with 4 strikeouts. So our final year total before we start playoffs is 60-45. So feeling great about those numbers. 22.7 units is obviously you think you're going to win everything, but in baseball it's a little tough. So I'm happy we got where we were. And yeah, let's break down some of these games and see where we're at. I'm gonna probably talk about more of like the series prices and stuff like that. So I have all of those up right now. And yeah, we can just get right into it. So I'm gonna be starting off here. Tigers 6 seed at the Guardians today, who are the 3 seed. The Tigers are actually favored on this series price line. I'm gonna be using DraftKings specifically for all of these. I don't know if I agree completely with this. I feel like I kind of lean the Guardians a little bit. Obviously, Screwball is Screwball, man. I mean, he's nothing short of amazing, right? He's, best pitcher in baseball. Him and Skeens, obviously at the top of the iceberg. But I will say, I think this is his second, or this will be his 3rd straight start against them, right? And he's been phenomenal. 12 innings, 2 runs, 17 strikeouts, and they lost both games. Like, I don't know. I feel like when you face an ace and you're able to beat them multiple times in that case, you kind of get a little bit more confidence, right? You get to see them, and they're not as, overpowering and stuff like that as you've seen prior. So, yeah, I'm a little bit more towards the Guardians. I think I like that series price a little bit. I think I'd probably take the run line price today as well. But, I think I would probably lean into the Guardians getting that home field here. I know game 2, it'll be interesting, right? I feel like it'd be an interesting matchup. Would assume Flaherty probably gets out there. But in a best of 3, I mean, you can see a lot more, you're going to see a lot of those bullpen guys go every single day. I kind of like that back end of the bullpen with Smith back there for the Guardians. Tigers kind of up in the air there a little bit in the middle of that bullpen there. And just the collapse that the Tigers have had, I don't see you being able to turn it on out of nowhere there. So I think I would probably lean with the Guardians there on that first round there. Going to set number 2. And again, I might get into some props. I have a couple, but deciding how I'm going to do that here on the show. We have the Cubs as a -125 favorite against the Padres as the 4-5 matchup. I think this is a great matchup. I think this will be a really good series. I don't know if I agree with this series price either. I can get plus money on this Padres team. I know you're traveling to Chicago, but guess what? It's 80 degrees here. It's hot. Yeah, I think that this is a Padres or pass for me. Obviously, I don't like the Cubs, so that might play into a little bias here. But I don't know, man. That bullpen the discrepancy in both bullpens is like astronomical. This bullpen for the Cubs is trash. They are not good. They are not good. Now you're relying on, you're going to need Boyd, Imanaga, right? And I don't know what's up with Horton. If Horton's not available, you're going to have a lot of bullpen innings to be eaten up here. So the Cubs don't have the ability to throw other starters in relief either. So you look at like Colin Rea is not coming in to throw out of the bullpen, right? You look at down their starters list, like, it is not great. It is not great. This pitching staff, they're going to have to, kind of out hit them. But when you get to like the seventh inning, you have what? Mason Miller, Robert Suarez, like pretty ridiculous guys. So I think that this is a tough spot. Obviously, they can out hit teams, but comes down to Cade Horton if he comes back. I know he's on the IL right now, but it's going to be Matthew Boyd and then Shota, both pretty similar pitchers. And if Cade Horton doesn't come in, then we're going to see Tyone and Rea. I don't even like Dylan Cease that much, but he's better, right? I don't even like Michael King that much. He's had a really bad struggle the second half. He's better than all these guys, right? You just go down the list, and it's like Nick Pivetta, much better than every one of these guys. I don't know. I just feel like I would give the offensive edge to the Cubs, but, in the postseason, you favor good pitching over good hitting all the time. So I will take I would lean the Padres here as a series winner. So I think that's going to be a tough series for the Brewers to get that one done. Padres are a good team. I think they're going under the radar here. And I definitely would probably lean with the Padres there. Yankees, Red Sox. I mean, I don't know if you could ask for much more here. I really like this series. I think the Sox might win today, but I don't think they get another one. Crochet is unreal, dude. Unreal numbers. Putting up some crazy strikeout numbers against this Yankees team. The Yankees are very good at making you work in the counts. But Crochet's got a long leash. I think this is going to be a tough spot for the Yankees to get a hold of him. I think Fried kind of gets hit up a little bit today. I do think that this is a Red Sox all-in game one, get it done. Because you go down this list, I think Brian Bayo probably starting 2, who's been good, but, I don't know. I think it's probably going to be him and Rodon. And then you get to game 3, and they said Kyle Harrison might throw in the playoffs. Really? I don't know, man. That's why I like the MLB's options is you don't get to throw your ace twice in a 3-game set unless you're going to throw them out the pen. So I don't know if I'm a believer in the Red Sox here at this spot. So minus 165 is a steep tag, but I feel like the Yankees are definitely the spot for this one. So lastly, we got the Reds at the Dodgers. The Dodgers are minus 260. Man, I just wish the Reds had one more arm. The fact that Zach Littell might have to throw game 3 to start it if we get there. The Dodgers just have unlimited arsenal, right? They have, in a 3-game set, are going to throw Glasnow at you, Snell at you, Yamamoto at you. You have Ohtani who could come in relief, right? That's what I'm saying. You have these unlimited arms that make these series very, very tough for guys like the Reds. My thing is, Hunter Green has the ability to match any one of those 3 guys. Hunter Green is that elite. Lodolo has been very, very good. Dodgers are the number 1 team against lefties, so which kind of make me a little nervous on that spot. And then it's all downhill. Like that Reds bullpen has been tough. But I think the Reds might, find a way to win today. I think this kind of feels like a Reds, dog game today, just for the sheer fact that they've been playing playoff games for weeks. They need wins. They've needed wins. Come down to the last series, get a dub, and you're playing hot there. Okay, so game 2, I didn't know if they threw in relief those guys against the Brewers because I didn't watch that game because the Brewers obviously didn't, really need to win that one. But if Littell starts game 2, I saw Greens today. Lodolo had, I think, a blister issue in one of those games that they kind of stopped everything. So now it's like, it's tough, man. it's tough because you're rolling 3 all-stars. Last have been damn near Cy Young, dude. Like Yamamoto on top of it's been phenomenal. Second half of the season, almost showing the no. And then Snell obviously has wipeout stuff. The thing is Snell does have the ability to blow up if the ball is not in the zone there. So, I'm going down my list here and taking a look at some of these, prices for the World Series. Obviously, I hope my Brewers win. They're plus 750 for that. I will do my exact one, and this is just me hoping. I'm really hoping this is the way it goes. If this happens, I will be a happy man. I think it gets to Milwaukee, Seattle. I do. I guess my biggest issue is just the Yankees on the AL side. I think the Yankees are going to be the toughest one. For the Brewers to beat Seattle in the exact forecast market, that is 20-1. So I'm really hoping that's where we get to. So that would be my prediction. Hopefully we get to see that get done. But 2 smaller market teams. I know Seattle just kind of went all in this year, which shout out to them. They made their move, and you love to see it. I would love to see Seattle beat the Yankees. I'm tired of seeing the Yankees everywhere, always. And I would love to see Raleigh go against Judge in the postseason and Raleigh get the win, right? Because he's involved in everything. Obviously, I lean a little bit more towards Raleigh to win the MVP because catching is a very, very hard thing to do. Very hard. So that's why I kind of leaning in there to make sure that they get that job done. I really hope they do. And that would be such a cool story to see here. So let me pull up one play. I will pull one thing up that I'll roll with today. And I will get you guys out of here. So just finding some prices on these. I think I'm going to find this one here at minus 125. I think those are great prices. Oh, you're on MGM. Perfect. So yeah, I think those are great prices. I really couldn't ask for much more for those. I think that the price on Seattle is kind of crazy to me, so I don't want to take them to win the whole thing because I think it's only like 5-1, which is unfortunate. But they've really gone all in, and you got to give them props. I'm going to be pulling up one play today. Just let me. I got so many damn tabs open. Sorry, guys, it's taking me a second. And this will probably be one of my last plays here, right, for the MLB tonight. I imagine we probably maybe get 5 or 6 more throughout the playoffs, but you never know with how these games land and if they're on days of NFL. So lastly, I'm just going to go right here. Only play for today on here. We're going to go Tigers first 5 under. We're going to roll that with Hunter Green 5Ks. I am not usually a guy who enjoys taking overs in the playoffs, but when we're playing here and we're playing with this Reds team, right? The Reds, who are they bringing in behind Hunter Green that's better than Hunter Green? No one. Absolutely no one. In a game here, you're in Dodger Stadium. I understand we could get some extra adrenaline, maybe have a little bit of nerves for a younger arm. This just kind of screams a Hunter Green spot. I think Hunter Green goes out and mows today. I think that I'm going to be very reliant on him in parlays. I think I'm going to probably buy him up as well, get some plus money. I think plus 120 on 7 strikeouts is something that I definitely would love to see here. But man, dude, I think that this Dodgers-Reds game is going to be one of the better ones today, just for the sheer fact that Hunter Green is going to go out there and absolutely mow down this Dodgers team. His stuff is just too electric, and I understand this Reds team probably has no chance of winning the whole series. But, when you are the underdog, you're going all in when your ace is out there. Honestly, I think the Dodgers would have done a little bit better to throw Yamamoto here. against this Reds team. They're much worse against righties, and as of late, these guys have been rolling against left-handed pitching. So it's really going to come down to, can they take their walks against Blake Snell? Is Blake Snell's fastball in the zone? That is the $1 million question, because it can go downhill very quickly, and we've seen the end of that bullpen be an Achilles heel. So Green there, obviously, I've played this Tigers first 5 under, I believe, back-to-back games when these guys have played each other, right? And I think it's been the same matchup, right? Gavin Williams out there again against Tarek Skubal. Skubal, like I said, 2 games. Last 2 games, he's given up, 2 runs with 17 strikeouts. This dude is a machine. So Gavin Williams has been phenomenal as well. And the thing is I like rolling with these teams, that have been in playoff baseball for weeks. The Reds, Hunter Green, they've been in playoff games for a week, and Hunter Green's been a huge part of it. The Guardians, right? They've been awesome. And obviously the Guardians taking over the Tigers after that epic collapse is kind of funny to me, because nobody ever talks about the Guardians, right? But I think that this is a great spot for both arms. Obviously, the Guardians are playing better baseball right now, but you're facing Skubal, right? Like that in itself is a tall task. So give me Hunter Green. Give me the Tigers first 5 under. If anybody has any questions, now would be the time here. And I get that. It's just you're rolling with 2 rookies, right? I mean, Emmett, I think, might be a second-year guy. Sheehan. But you're going to put him in bullpen situations in the playoffs in a close game. Roki, same thing. I don't believe that you just flip a switch here and everything's just going to get better, because you have Tanner Scott, who's been horrible. You just go down the list. Trinan had a couple blow-ups. I know the one against the Orioles that blew the no-no, right? I mean, the Green rookie, Hunter Green is not a rookie. Hunter Green is not a rookie. I think this is like his 3rd year. But no, yeah. And the thing is Hunter Green, I mean, you look down the list here, I'd be curious, how many innings has Roki thrown in the MLB? It cannot be much. It's got to be 60, maybe? And that's me being generous, I feel like. Hunter Green's been an ace of the staff for the last 2 years. I know he had an injury, but he's been, nothing short of fantastic for this Reds team. I just, again, you want teams that, for me, that I can trust. If they're up in the end of the game, we ain't going to have to worry about it much. And we kind of saw the Guardians last year with Clase kind of fall apart, because Clase just was getting overpitched, right? He was getting overpitched, and you saw his velo go down, and he gave up, 3 runs to the Yankees, right? Obviously, that's why I'm very, very nervous with McGill coming back from injury for the Brewers. But then you look at Seattle. You have Munoz. You got Matt Brash, 2 dudes that have been very, very good. And you don't have to worry if you have a lead in the 7th inning. The Reds, they don't have anybody that I trust down there either, right? So that's why this Dodgers series can be, kind of fireworks, because I don't trust any of the Dodgers bullpen arms, really. But their starters, probably the best in the MLB. The top 3 in a 3-game series, I'd be hard-pressed to find anybody better. Maybe the Phillies, right? Maybe the Phillies if Wheeler was there, but now you only really have, Sanchez, Suarez, and maybe Nola decides he wants to be good in the postseason. I don't know. But, yeah, I don't know. I like I said, I think some of these series will be very, very good. That's why I'm very nervous about that Padres team. Because damn, that Padres bullpen is legit. So if you guys have any questions, this would be the time to do it. I'll make a quick recap, and we'll get you guys on your way if we don't have any other questions here. I know it's Skubal, but yeah. No. I actually talked about that. I would definitely take Cleveland at that +1.5 market. I know they just beat him twice, right? Not him specifically, because he had 13 innings, 17 strikeouts, 2 runs, but they did get the wins in both the last 2 starts. So definitely think that the +1.5 it has value to it. especially when Gavin Williams has been spectacular second half of the season. No other word to describe it. He's been unbelievable. So I leaned a little bit more towards the Guardians here in this first series. Rolled with Padres here in the second series matchup. Yankees and Dodgers will be my four that make it through. Padres money line today. Ooh. Let me just check the pricing. I'm pulling up my DraftKings right now. Plus 105. I don't hate it. My biggest thing is I just don't know. I don't know the winds in Wrigley today. Pavetta is more of a fly ball guy. So that's the only thing that kind of makes me nervous. Being out in Wrigley, it's a 2:00 game. I've been there multiple times when the wind is blowing out. Could see some issue for Pavetta in a matchup like that if we do, see the wind blowing out. Okay, if it's blowing in, then I actually probably would lean the Padres in this matchup. I just don't. Mind you, I will say this from the start. I am not a Cubs fan. I am a diehard Brewers fan. I understand there could be bias in this. I'm trying to give you as straight of an answer as I can. I just think this bullpen is too good. I think this bullpen is too good. The Cubs bullpen has too many leaks. And they don't have an ability to throw a starter after like a lot of these teams do, right? A lot of these other teams have the ability to throw one of their 4 or 5s in there and still get outs. I don't think the Cubs have that ability, especially with Cade Horton going out right now. That is a huge, huge miss. He's been amazing in the second half of the season, and it's hard for me to say that positively about a Cubs player. But I think I definitely would lean with the Padres for the series. And I don't mind it today. I'm looking up. Oh, Stu's in here. I love it. Hey, Stu, if you want me to pop you in here and you got some bets, let me know. I'll pop you on the show here quick. I know I'm finishing up, but I can pop you on here if you have anything you want to talk about. I'm looking right now. Gavin Williams is sitting at 7 strikeouts at plus 122. 6 strikeouts at minus 158. I don't mind the minus 158 with a no win that we would want to possibly go with. I don't think that's the worst idea. I kind of like that plus money, though. Plus 125 for 7 strikeouts. I'm always just worried in the playoffs about, getting deeper into games. The only reason I'm a little bit hesitant on Gavin Williams today is, the books are smart, right? We know the books are smart. And they have his out props at 14.5 over at minus 190. That's the only thing that's kind of holding me back from firing some of these strikeout numbers. Because, damn, dude, that would be unreal to ask him to get 7 strikeouts out of 15 outs. That would be unbelievable. He could do it. His stuff is filthy. His cutter has been, one of the best whiff pitches in the second half of the season right now. So give me some Gavin Williams. I definitely like the first 5 under, which is why I like that, being my other way of playing things. But, I think his strikeouts have been, money all year. But just to see a 14.5, I think that just scares me. I think 14.5 just scares me. Yep, wind blowing in 10 miles an hour. Oh, okay. Yeah. Then I think this is a fun game, dude. That'll be a really fun game to watch. Matthew Boyd kind of seems like he was running out of steam towards the end of the year as well. So, I know I'm planting my flag here with the Padres a little bit. But, the Crochet-Fried matchup should be good. I actually think I think Crochet probably nails them here too as well. But good point. Yeah, I don't have anything. I just fire a couple and watch them. Yeah. Hey, you get to watch it at noon, man. I think that first game's at 12:05. You get to watch the freaking AL Cy Young Award winner and see both of them in action, right? Crochet and Screwball out there. You get to watch games at noon all the way to 8 p.m. tonight. I mean, I don't know if there's much better days, honestly, for me. I love these types of days, these types of slates. But yeah, if I'm looking towards a betting perspective, I definitely like that plus 1.5 on the Guardians. I'm surprised at some of these totals. I thought that Cubs game would be a little bit higher, but that does make sense. Um, it does make sense that the wind is blowing in that much. Dodgers just seem so overvalued at minus 200. For the slate today, yeah. My thing is I'm nervous if a team gets behind in game one by like 2 runs. Like, because it's a weird spot in playoff baseball. That's why I usually stay away from those plus 1.5s, because if a team's up by 2, they're bringing in heavy guns, right? And these other guys, they got to think about the next game. It's a 3-game set. You have to think about the next game, where those are the types of blow up games that you could have. So, like, if you think one of these teams gets up big or gets up 2 runs early or gets a couple on these starters, maybe a slow start for one of these guys, the floodgates will open. Like, that's the only reason I get very hard pressed to bet any full game over unders, because if I'm betting an under, which I've been leaning towards a lot of these unders, but a team's down 2 runs, say it's 4-2 in the 7th inning, they're throwing back end guys. They're not throwing their high end dudes here, right? And that's the tough part, especially in game one, because you got to make sure all your guys are ready for the next one. And that's where that 8th inning, 9th inning, if you throw one of those crappier guys, we could see blow-ups, because all these teams are good. All these teams are good. All these teams hit well. So, if we have no other questions, I will pop out of here. I will, like I said, I kind of went through a quick recap about 5-6 minutes ago. Only bet for today is going to be that Guardians first 5 under with Hunter Green, 5Ks for the show purpose here. Looking to add on the YouTube plays. Jansen Junk just got me last time. I'm pissed about that one. He only ended up with 4 too, which just, yeah. Damn it, dude. Just pissed me off. Even 2 weeks later, still pissed me off. But I don't think I have any other questions in there. If you guys could, like I said, hit that like button. We appreciate it. And I don't think I see anything else. If you guys have any other questions throughout the day before the 12 o'clock first pitch, drop them in the chat. Drop them on the video. I will try my best to get to everything before the slate starts. And yeah, should be awesome. I'm really excited. Like I said, I'm really hoping, really hoping to see the Brewers in Seattle in the championship out there in the World Series. That would be unbelievable. I will shut my business down on that day to go to those games. I will find a way to make it. But obviously you got Yankees, you got the Blue Jays too. If Blue Jays make it, I'll be happy as well. Hopefully that would be awesome to see Milwaukee and Toronto there. So have a good one, guys. Best of luck on all your bets today. And like I said, if you have any other questions, drop them in there. I will try my best to get to them. So appreciate you guys jumping in this morning. Have a good one. Peace.